Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly J Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these woven earrings. Please quote my name as the designer when sharing your work from things made from my tutorials. To make these earrings, these are the things that you'll need. I'll put a list in the description below, so don't feel that you have to write all this down now. It's already there. Also in the description is a link to my Etsy shop, if any of you are interested in my other PDF tutorials that I do, and my finished jewellery. So we're going to need 0.8mm round wire, that's 20 gram, and you'll need 6 lengths of 11 inches, that's 28 centimetres, 0.314mm weaving wire, that's 28 gram, and you'll need approximately 400 centimetres of that. You need 2 ear wires, 2 jump rings, mine are outside measurements 8mm, and you'll need 2 little beads. Now these beads are going to go directly onto our base wire, so they need to have, the hole needs to be at least 0.8mm to be able to fit onto the wire. So my beads are 2.5mm, that's an approximate measurement. You could probably fit up to 3mm beads on there. Tools, we're going to need pliers, round nose pliers, wire straighteners, wire cutters. You don't need wire straighteners, but I love these, so I'll be using these. You can just use your fingers if you haven't got these. And I think that's it. Let's get started. So to start with, we'll take 3 of our 6 wires. I am going to make both of these, so you don't have to work out how to do the other one. We'll make both of them together today. So we're going to start weaving about 4 inches from the start of our wire. So that's about 10 centimetres. And we'll start with 3 wraps around that bottom wire. So we're going to do 2 wraps around the bottom 2 wires, between those bottom 2 wires, and go around the top 2 wires twice. Go twice around the bottom 2, twice around the top 2. We're going to keep repeating this until we have 18 repeats. So this is what my 18 repeats looks like. I'm going to lose that tail. And when you weave in, keep pushing the weave together to keep it nice and tidy. I'm going to go over it with my straighteners, make it look nice. Okay, so now we're going to wrap around the middle wire. I'm going to bend this one slightly out the way. I'm going to wrap 5 times. And then I'm going to go twice around the 2 wires. And that's going to be our next thing we're going to repeat. 5 times around the bottom wire, and then wrap twice around those, both the wires, and we'll do that 7, keep going till you got 7 repeats of that. So that's my 7 repeats. I'm going to do with this, gently start to bend it around. When you're doing this, it's easier to do it if you put a finger on the back and a finger on the front and just gently twist it around. So you got something to lean on as you do it. Like this. Get myself in a bit of a knot. Just going to straighten that a little bit. What I'm going to do is put one of my little beads on this one. And then join all the wires together, and we continue to weave as we've done already. So we want another 18 repeats of this 2-2 weave. I think I'm going to just pull that into a slightly tighter circle. That's that. I'm happy with that, like that. That's what we do now. Just going to make sure the wires are nice and close. Twice around bottom 2 wires. Between those 2 wires, twice around top 2 wires. And we'll repeat that 18 times as we did just over here, so it's all the same on both sides. And my 18 repeats. Go over that with my straighteners, just flatten it out nice. So that's what you should have so far. Finish it off on this side. Twice around bottom 2 wires, and then 3 times around that bottom wire. So now they're both the same. Now we need to make another one of these, because from here on they have to go in opposite directions, but up until here they're the same. Do a bit of shaping, and then we need to make another the same. So all I'm going to do, holding it at the base, so my curves are all at this end, to get a nice shape on that. Do the same on this side. So you get in a nice teardrop shape. That's our first part. So we need to make another exactly the same as this. So if you now jump back to the beginning of the video and repeat it all the way up to here, and I'll meet you here, and then we'll carry on. So I've made another. The only difference is, on this one, I've put this right hand side one to the front, and on this one, I've put the left hand side one to the front. If you haven't done that, then it's not important, because it's not really that noticeable. And the finished piece. So they're both about the same size. I matched them up as I was bending them to get them roughly to look the same. I'm going to do now, straighten my wires together a little bit. I'm just going to bunch all these wires together in a bundle. I'm going to start wrapping around the whole bundle. Don't worry about this gap here, we'll fill that later. We want to get our two pieces to be exactly the same, so we'll measure how long these are rather than counting them out. So I've got nearly 5mm on there. So I'm going to do the same with the other one. So I've done the same on this one as well. So I've just bundled them together. I've wrapped 5mm length of wraps on there. So what I'm going to do now is on the one, I'm going to take the two wires furthest to the left. I'll have this one and this one. And on the other one, I'm going to take two wires closest to the right. This one and this one. Then I'm going to continue to wrap around the bundle until I've covered another 5mm base wires. And then I'm going to do the same for the other one. So we should have so far. So now I'm going to take another two wires. I want to leave two at the back and have these two on this side. Put these to this side. So you've got two wires have come straight along the back. I'm going to now carry on wrapping around those two wires. And I'll do the same for the other one. So I'll have these two over to this side. So I've got two back wires. And then continue to wrap around the two. And this part is going to be our bail. So I've wrapped from where those two wires come out, 1.5 centimeters. and I've done that on both. Now I just need to cut my bobbins off. Here I'm going to use my bail pliers. If you don't have any bail pliers, you can use anything that's small. We just need something small and round to go around here when we bend the bail. You could use a thin knitting needle or crochet hook or the handle of a paintbrush. I'm just going to use this thin diameter one just to shape this bail around. As it reaches the back, I'm going to bend those wires out so they can get it to sit nice and close, like that. Now go all the way around the whole thing several times. Fills that gap at the bottom from before, and it secures the base of the bail at the back. Then to secure this weaving wire, separate these two. I'm going to go around either one 3 times just to stop it escaping. Trim that off. That's what we've got so far, and you need to do exactly that with the other one as well. So this is where we're at. I'm going to finish off these back wires now to get them out the way. I'm going to cut them quite short, just curl them up out of the way. Do this for both. Find my round nose pliers. So using round nose pliers, grab the end, twist it round. This will just keep it tidy out the way. Do that for the other one too. So I've curled the back wires on both. So I'm going to do now, take the top 2 wires, I'm going to curl them over. Don't let them cross over each other. Try and keep them next to each other. Like this. And so we get the same shape on the other one. We'll do that at the same time. So take the top wires and go over in the other direction like so. Then take your bottom wires and you go under these wires. So you've got these coming down and these going up. And then with these bottom wires we make a nice curve like that. Do the same with this one. So take these lower wires, we go under and up, and then with these bring them down, do a nice arc in the opposite direction. So we've got mirror images of each other. This one needs to go a little bit tighter, right. So with the top wires now, I'm going to go, keeping the wires next to each other so they don't cross over each other. I'm going to post them through the bail piece. A bit fiddly because my wires are so long. And my wires have crossed over each other. And the same for the other one. It needs to come this way and then go through the bail. I'm going to cut a bit of length off those wires because they're a bit awkward to handle being so long. So I've gone over, push it back through the bail. Like that. The wire nearest the top, I'm now going to trim right at the back there. I can flatten that and secure it with my pliers. And this one, I'm going to curl it around. I'm going to trim that short. Curl that with my round nose pliers. Finished off the top wires. So I need to do the same with this. And I need to fix those wires. Just going to straighten them a little bit. I'm going to take the top one, cut it off right at the base there. And hold that in place. And then this one, I'm going to curl it around. Cut it short. Finish it off with the round nose pliers. Finish off the top wires. So now, that's what I've got so far. So with these bottom two wires, I'm going to do a little decorative wrapping around this weave. So as you do this, you want to try and keep the wires next to each other and not let them cross over, so we'll try and keep it tidy. So I'm going to bend them around to the back. Straight through the weave. Like that. I'm going to do a little scoop there, making sure that again that the wires stay next to each other, and the inner wire, I'm going to just keep them separate a minute. Take this wire, post that one through around the weave again, trying to keep that shape there. And that. Okay, I'm bending it over and I'll scoop that way. So all I'm going to do is cut these two wires off and finish them off with the round nose pliers. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure I can match that onto the other one. So, copying all the curves, we go round this side now. Take both of them around the weave. Like that. Then I want to scoop them into an arc. Separate them to keep that one there. Post this one back around the weave. Over the weave and around. So now we've got the same pattern in opposite directions. Cut these wires quite short. I'm still matching them with each other. I want to get this, cut them at the same lengths so that the finishing curls are all the same. It's roughly right. A little bit more of that one. And with the round nose pliers, just going to finish off these wires. Little curls. Same for the other one. There you have a finished earrings. So it's always easier to make them together as you go, so you can keep comparing to make sure you get the shapes going the other way for the other one. So all we need to do now is add the jump rings, put them through the bails with the ear wires, and we're done. So these are my finished earrings with the ear wires on too. You can do anything you like with these wires. You can finish it off in any decorative way you like. You could even just wrap it around the top and finish it off there. Or you could just curl these here. You could even add a bead here if you wanted to make it your own. The wires that go up and around the top, it's best not to continue those, because as you add the jump ring, the wires will get in the way if they come any further down that bail there. So really you want to finish those off there, but you can do what you like with the other wires. And we're done. Hope you found this tutorial useful, easy to follow, and I'll see you in the next one.